Hello, everyone. Welcome to the first part of what might be my several parts. Um, it's going to be a combination of streaming and videos I put on YouTube. I probably, so we'll see how it works out. Ideally, but this is going to be the opening of it and just the initial look, and then you can catch me over the next week or so, a couple weeks probably, working on this and a few other things on my Twitch channel, which there will be a link down below in the section, and yeah. But today we've got this guy. This is Reaper Bones, the Kraken. So let's open this guy and take a look and see what comes in the Kraken. Love the Reaper Bones stuff, just because just for the fact of how beneficial it is to the hobby and the gaming and stuff like that, because you can get some pretty awesome miniatures for pretty cheap price. The MSRP for there's some nice art of the Kraken there. When we paint him, he's not going to look exactly like this, but that's some nice art. It's a little washed out in the camera. There you go. That's probably the best angle I can get for you. Alright. Not going to do that exact paint scheme, but we'll do something. Okay. So we got the base here. Ooh, that smells. The smell in this is really strong. I'm not sure how well we can get that detail. Come on, focus. Come on, focus. Focus, focus, focus. There we go. The detail's not showing up as well on camera as I would hope, but this is actually really got a nice wood grain to it. They got little barnacles and stuff all over it. This whole thing right here. Let me move down a little. This whole bit right here and around the outside is an eagle. It's really cool. But it's down like that, and then I think this next piece I'm not quite sure. This next piece fits together with this somehow, I'm sure. It might be held by the Kraken. I don't know. This looks like it's a connection point to something. But not anything on here. Oh, no. There it is. It's a connector to right here. Let's see if we can get it to fit in there real fast. So that goes in there. Gonna need to do a little bit of finagling, a little bit of shaving and stuff to get that in to fit in correctly. No, it fits in almost perfectly. Like I said, it's going to need a little bit of correction. In case you don't know, bones, this stuff's flexible. I don't see any major mold lines on the outside here. It looks like the mold line's supposed to go up here, but it's pretty well hidden. You probably can get rid of that with just some sanding. These pieces look good so far. Let's actually look at the Kraken. Start with these things. Got appendages, got legs. 1, what's that? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 legs, which makes sense because it's a giant squid. Pretty good detail. I mean, the legs are just smooth. The mold lines aren't that prominent on there. They can probably be taken care of with just a little bit of sanding. A little bit of little parts that might need to be sanded down too near the tips of these from where they probably removed the flash. We got this, which is apparently the beak of the beast. It's going to fit inside this piece here, which is the main body, or the head at least. Let's get the face here. I believe these are the eyes. It's no good angle for this lighting. These are the eyes. And all the webbing here. The webbing here is a little... It's just like Tyranid webbing you see on like Tyranid wings and stuff like that, like, or dragons or demons and GW lines. You know, just really deep crevices to make the wrinkles. And it's got all these little barbs on the inside here. That'll be fun to detail. The majority of this is probably going to be painted separately from each other, so I'm just going to make sure they all fit together before I start correctly before I start painting, and then when I get to painting, just keep in mind what pieces are going to go where and stuff like that. That fits in there nicely. I'm not worried about the outer edges inside there having that little gap too much, because this beak's supposed to open and close anyways, so it's not going to be 100%. I mean, this might be supposed to be connected to the webbing around it. I don't know. But it doesn't look like it's going to be a huge issue. It'd look like probably have pretty... I mean, you don't want to blend it into the surrounding webbing too much, because then it's going to melt, or it's going to blend it into the piece a lot. Okay. And we've got the head, the main head area, which looks like it attaches there and to some degree. Probably, yeah, it looks like that direction. Yeah. Another reason, it's like you're going to have this here, and we're going to block all this area off if I do that. The underside is pretty plain. For something that's going to be sitting off the ground, like if this was just down like this, I wouldn't care so much, but it's got the lettering carved into it here that I am going to have to sand off or shave off in some way. So that's a little bit annoying. Head fits in really nicely, actually. That fits together really nice. Really, really nice. These two pieces probably going to have to put together before we start painting, so we can fill these gaps in here. Look at, you can just see around here. Get real close, real fast. You can see the gaps in there. So that's going to need some filling. So these pieces are going to have to go together, and some filling is going to need to be done. Filling and a little bit of sanding. Okay. And then the final piece is some armor plating on the outside here. Let me look at the picture real fast. Okay, yeah, it actually is like that in the picture. I thought this might have been like bent out of shape or something. I mean, it's still got some flashing on it, but that should not be a huge issue. Should just slide in. Yeah. Just fits in there like that. I might need to find a way to clamp that down when I glue it in place. All this will probably go together before we start painting. And then everything else will be sub-assemblies. I probably do all the limbs separately. I don't know if there's any specific order the limbs are supposed to go in. If there is, there's no instructions about it. So the limbs just look like they just kind of attach as you see fit. Know what I'm saying? So, I mean, even then, You kind of you figure out which ones you want where as you add them. Or we could figure out which ones are supposed to go in which locations. Because, like, that one looks like it meets up pretty well there. Not quite as well there, but looks like it meets up pretty well there. I don't know. And then... yeah, it might just be a matter of figuring out which ones fit best in certain spots. Of course, though, that's still... they're two smaller ones. There's also the whole... you could just look at the picture. You could just look at the picture and figure it out. That way, too. This is like... one really long one. Just come off. Where is it? It's like that one that's supposed to go here is... somewhere in here. Probably this one. No, it's not that one. This one. See how, like, yeah. Like that one's supposed to be that one there. Okay. So we can follow the box for that. I don't know if I'm gonna have to attach these limbs to, just because these are gonna also need to be these are also going to need to be have their gaps filled. So after we're done cleaning it up on stream, probably not gonna see any of the cleanup of it on this channel. You might get an update video before I start doing the painting videos, just to cover how the build is going. But outside of that, this guy looks pretty good. Based on how he's feeling, I think I'm going to have to wash him too. I know normally the bone stuff is pre-washed, but this feels like there's something on it. And... I don't like that. So these are going to have to get washed before I can... which I can't really do on camera. So that's going to have to be before I even do the streaming. If you come and you check out the stream while I'm working on this guy, feel free to discuss with me what you think colors should go towards this. I mean, I don't want to limit my color palette too much. There's a bit here. It's a really smooth spot here, like there was a bubble or something. I don't know what to do about that. But, yeah, discuss with me colors or something. I was like, because this is for my father-in-law, and, well, he is colorblind, but I don't want to limit my palette I don't want to limit my palette by that much, with this guy at least. Because at that point, we're talking... I've got browns, yellows, and red. I got like browns and yellows and stuff like that I can work with, and it's just not fitting for something like this. Anyways, thank you all. Have a wonderful day, and I hope to catch you on the stream soon. I'm probably not going to be on streaming the day this video goes up, but the next day and over the next week or two, you will see me be doing it, so keep all that in mind. These eyes, not exactly thrilled with how these eyes look either. They have mold lights through them as well. Yeah, it's going to need a lot of cleanup. All right, take care, everyone.